Thank you for your decision to register to vote. The Pennsylvania Department of State is proud to now offer online voter registration, an application that is convenient, secure, and accurate. This brief video will assist you in completing your online application at register.votespa.com. If you have a Pennsylvania driver's license or Penn.ID card, have it handy. But if you don't have either, you will still be able to register online. For your protection, the system will time out if there has been no activity for 10 minutes. So let's begin. Please note the registration deadline shown in red type. The deadline changes for each election. We advise you to apply as early as possible so you will not miss the deadline, especially if you need to print, sign, and mail your application or need to have a signature form mailed to you. Your completed application will be forwarded to your county voter registration office for processing. Online voter registration is available in English or Spanish. You can select your language here. You will notice a red bar at the left of certain fields. The red bar means the information requested there is required to complete your application. First, you will enter your full name. If you have a Pennsylvania driver's license or Penn.ID card, make sure you enter your name exactly as it appears on your Penn.license license or card. In number 2, you will need to affirm that you are a U.S. citizen and that you will be 18 years of age or older on Election Day. If you do not meet either of these criteria, you are not eligible to register. In Section 3, enter the reason you are completing this application. If you are not already registered to vote in Pennsylvania, check the New Registration box. If you are making changes to your current Pennsylvania registration, check all boxes that apply. Now, moving on to Section 4, enter your date of birth in the format shown. All other information requested in this section is optional. If you enter your email address, you will receive an email containing an application tracking number once your application has been submitted. Now, please enter the address of your residence. If you live in a rural area or are homeless and do not have a street address, you will be able to print the application with a map, allowing you to indicate the location of your residence by road name and nearby landmarks. After you have entered your address, the system will compare what you have typed with the U.S. Postal Service to standardize your address. You will be asked if you want to make changes or accept the Postal Service version shown on the screen. Be sure to enter the county in which you reside. If your mailing address is different than your residence, please complete Section 6. This is very important because your county voter registration office will mail your voter registration card to that address. In Section 7, you will provide information that allows us to verify your identity and your signature on file with PennDOT, if there is one. So please enter the 8-digit number from your Pennsylvania driver's license or Penn.ID card. If you have one of those, you must use that number. If you do not have either, you may enter the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. If you do not enter a PennDOT number, you will have to print your completed application, sign it, and mail it to your county voter registration office. If you have no driver's license, Penn.ID card, or Social Security number, check the box indicating you have none of them. In Section 8, you may select your political party. In order to vote in any primary election, you must register with either the Democratic or Republican parties. Checking the Other box will bring up a field requiring that you enter the name of your party. Check None if you do not wish to be affiliated with a party. Section 9 allows you to indicate if you will need some type of assistance when you go to the polling place to vote. A drop-down menu will show assistance options you may select, although that is not required. You may also enter your preferred language if you choose. Section 10 must be completed only if you are already registered and you need to update information on your current voter registration. Be sure to enter the previous information from your existing voter registration in the appropriate fields. If some of your previous information is not being changed, for instance your address, you do not need to complete those fields. Now you will be asked to affirm certain requirements that qualify you to vote. You are also being asked to confirm that the information you have provided is true and correct. Pennsylvania law imposes substantial penalties for knowingly providing false information on a voter registration application. Section 12 needs to be completed only if someone assisted you in filling out your application. The questions pertain to the person who assisted you, and that person must also check the box below the information fields. Next, the application asks if you would like to be a poll worker or assist as an interpreter on Election Day. If you select yes for either question, your county voter registration office may contact you. Finally, as a security measure, you will be required to verify you are not a digital robot by checking the box with that question. At this point, you may submit your application or clear or cancel if you wish. Once you click the Submit button, if there are any required fields that have not been filled out, the application screen will return with a message in red type indicating the fields that were missed. Please provide the missing information and then submit again. If your voter registration application was successfully matched with your PennDOT record, you will see a page confirming that your application was submitted to your county voter registration office. Make note of the application number on that page. If you have provided your email address or would like to provide it now, the application number will also be emailed to you. You may use the application number to check the status of your application at www.votespa.com. If your information could not be matched with your PennDOT record, your application will be submitted to your county voter registration office, but you will receive a screen message that you must print, sign, and mail a paper copy of the application you just submitted. If you receive that message, it is important that you sign and mail the printed application to your county voter registration office in order to complete the registration process. The address of the appropriate county office will be automatically printed on your form. If you are unable to print or do not wish to print the form, you may request that a signature form be mailed directly to the mailing address you provided. When it arrives in the mail, you must complete the form, sign it, and mail it in order to complete the registration process. Your completed application must be postmarked or delivered in person to the county voter registration office no later than the registration deadline. Applications submitted after the deadline will be processed for the next primary or general election. Also, keep in mind you are not registered to vote until your application is confirmed by your county voter registration office. If you do not receive a voter registration card in the mail within 14 days, contact your county voter registration office. Thank you for choosing online voter registration, the most accurate, efficient, and accessible method of voter registration in Pennsylvania.